And great day, everybody. Great day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am excited that you are here with me and we can get started on today. So, I want to welcome everybody to the Saturday Sit Down. I am Marian's sister Afua, and this is the Saturday Sit Down. This is where we have conversations. I have a conversation. I talk about the things that I want to talk about, and you get to give me your comments and/or join me on Zoom and be a part of the conversation directly. Listen, today is a day that I want to just talk about what's popping around us, what's happening around us, what are we seeing, what are we hearing, what are we experiencing in life that's making us go into this journey. First and foremost, let me tell you about me. So I am a life alchemist. That means that I'm able to take your physical, your mental, and your emotional and physical bodies and begin to form an elixir that's going to support you in having the life you desire. I call that exponential existence. And so the Saturday Set Down is just a way for you to get your favorite drink, your favorite moment of breath, and have a conversation about things that really matter to helping us stay on the plane of evolvement and expansion. That's what life is about. It's not about doing the same thing over and over again just because we can do the same thing over and over again. It really is about looking about where we are, just like a plant. You put a seed in the ground, you get this huge tree. That's how your life is. So today we're going to be talking about what's popping, what's really going on, what are we really looking at in greater society, and how does that impact our mind? We'll be right back after this. It didn't play. All right, so our audio didn't play. So let me go back and remind you. So what I was advertising is my retreat that is designed for Black African American women and women of color to be able to come back and reclaim their feminine divine. What is the feminine divine? The feminine divine is the feminine aspects of everything in the universe. There's a male and a female, there's a hot and a cold. So this feminine divine is part of the process that is guiding us, that is supporting us, helping us reclaim all that is embodied in that, whether that makes you a healer, whether or not it makes you a mama, whether or not it makes you a friend, a daughter, a wife, a seer, a mystic. You are in charge and you are able to have your life value through your feminine divine. We're going to take away and heal and address some of those pains, those traumas, those disappointments, and be able to go forward in our lives and live expeditiously and expansively in this journey. So what's popping? What's popping? Well, we want to send peace and blessings and harmony to all those families that were impacted on that murder, on that assault that occurred with those 14 children dying, as well as the elder person that transitioned as a result of another person's hand. What's popping with that? What's making people begin to turn to violence, mass destruction? What's causing relationships to break? We know with this 2022 year has had a lot of Mercury retrograde. So we've really been in a journey to try to figure out how to manage all this energy. But everyone's not able to manage it. Everyone's not aware of what to do and how to do it. So the result is that we got people acting impulsively. We got people being overstimulated. We got people feeling and overthinking and envisioning things that don't even exist. So today, when we're saying what's popping, we want to begin to think about what are you allowing to enter into your ear gates, your eye gates, and into your physical space that is preventing you from having the opportunities of peace, harmony, and longevity. That's the key. What is it that's happening right now in our lives? And a lot of times what's happening is that we are forgetting that all things are temporary. And that may seem a little bit of foo-fooish and hardened for y'all to accept, but what's really causing us to have this disruption and a positive ebb and flow? It is the overwhelming power of outside stimulus. We're constantly listening to things. We're seeing things on social media. We are listening to people's conversations as we're driving. People are talking on their cell phone while they're walking. So you really are always bombarded by the vibrations, the energies, the sounds, the emotions of others. Now, this becomes very important if we're going to say that we're going to begin to take away all of this this hypersensitivity to the things that are going on around us. This hypersensitivity that's going to displace us from having the greatest parts of our lives. This to reduce the sensitivity to the things that are distracting us from what we really want in our life. So we have to begin to understand and remind ourselves that we are the gatekeepers to our ears, to our eyes, and to our physical space. And once we begin to harmonize in that knowing, that means really, really know it. Really stand still and stand on it like you know your name is your name. That you're going to desensitize yourself from the stimulus, from those conversations, from those people, from those places that are inhibiting you from having harmony and peace. Right? And once we start doing that, then there's no turning back. There's no disruption. There's no embarkment that is preventing you from having truth and faith in your life. There's nothing that's going to decline you because you have to make the decision. So let's back up. Not only do you have to say that you want to desensitize, but you have to make the firm decision that you're going to disconnect and desensitize. You need to understand that the power that is found within you is more than enough to begin to create and develop a reality, a world that is based upon what you want, desire, and want to contribute and have contributed back to you. Now, some of y'all say, oh, no, it's not possible because you can't control other people. It's not about controlling other people. It's about controlling you and knowing your personal power. It's about understanding that in this world, when people are feeling pushed and pushed up against the wall, people are feeling like they can't do it, and people are moving around at different levels. And maybe the level you were at prior to COVID was very different than where you are right now. We're having to succumb to some different constraints. We're having to give up some freedoms. People are acting out of fear. And that's the first thing we're going to address when we make the decision that we're going to desensitize. We're going to address the fear. Why is the fear there? Where is it coming from? Why did I open up a space to allow that fear to rest in my life? Is it a real fear or is it one that was passed on to me? The conversations that evolve, that create spaces that allow us to thrive and project ourselves into a higher level of ourselves means we have to be willing to dig deep and go in there and clean out some stuff. It's kind of like that drawer where people put all kind of stuff in it. You know, they put the straws from the extra straws, the extra condiments, they put all kind of stuff, pencils, whatever. They call it the everything box or the everything closet. Like that's how we are inside. And for those of us that have matured up in age, by the time we get to 30, 40, 50, 60, there's so much clutter. There's so much inside that we have to be able to go through. So then we start saying, hey, well, I want this relationship. Hey, I want this business. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to manage my physical body mass. I want to be able to harmonize more with other people. I want to have more peace. I want to go back to school. Whatever it is, you got to go back and clear out the clutter that planted that fear that stopped you previously or that is stopping you in this present moment. So we dive deep into ourselves and we ask ourselves the question, what is it that I truly want to happen right now? And why is this very important? And how soon am I willing to do it? None of those questions are contingent upon anyone else except for you. So what's popping? What's popping is that we are getting into this maze where they want everybody to kind of move at the same pace and not say too much and just accept what's going. But you can't because you know you have a journey. You have a journey that has to be fulfilled. You have freedom You have peace. You have freedom. You have peace. You have joy. You have harmony. You have wisdom. You have experience. You have education. You have knowledge. And you have a commitment to yourself. And if you don't, then right now, today, say, I'm committed to myself. But there becomes a time when we have to stop depending upon outside stimuli, outside validation, and we just have to know, like we know our name, that this is it. Regardless of what's been said, what's been done, what's been given, what's not been given, I am still here and I still have this yearning, this awning, this need to create a space that allows me to be desensitized to all the stimuli that is anti my vision, anti my reality. Yes, have compassion. Yes, have empathy. Mhm. But you first, in addition to doing that, you also have to be able to secure yourself and not allow yourself to get disillusioned by it. That's what we're talking about today. What's popping? What's popping in your mind? What's popping in your thoughts? What's popping in your spirits? Some of us are self-sabotaging because we have so much stuff in here in us that when we get ready to make a decision, when we get ready to interact and receive that which we've asked for, we are so confused and we're so discombobulated that we're missing it. So let's follow up today. Let's make that commitment together today. That here on the Sip and Chat today, right? I finished my sip, you know, that we're really trying to desensitize ourselves from those things that are not complimenting and honoring where it is we want to be and we know we should be. I'm not talking about your frivolous, imaginative dream that says, you know, you're going to marry your television or, you know, movie heartthrob. That's possible. But I think what's more possible is for you to be able to get more organized, prioritize. So you can desensitize, you can limit the amount of things you're exposed to. Okay. You're going to choose what type of conversations you want to have, how long you're going to have them. If you keep giving people access to you every time there's drama, trauma, upset stuff, then you're going to have that in your head, in your mind. And when you think you're at peace, that's what's going to rise up because most of us haven't learned how to get into a rhythm or a routine that allows us to dump all this out. And sometimes in our subconscious, we have things inside of us already that match and align with that. So it attaches itself. That's why I said we have to go inside and get to the root cause of why that trigger is there, why that fear is there. Absolutely, positively, so it is. Okay. This is where we are, and it's okay. This Saturday chat, sip and chat is always brief, it's always simple, it's always a way just to come in and have a conversation with ourselves, to release all the extra baggage, all the extra ropes that are tying around us proverbially and literally. When we keep trying to identify and give ourselves connections to people, places, and things that really are not for us. But instead, we can begin to build and harmonize within ourselves, taking on the task of releasing and being strong enough and courageous enough to say, I'm not going to do it. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm shooting for. That's not part of my plan, not because I don't want it. It's not because it's not a part of my plan and I don't want it. It's because what you're offering me is counter to what I know is for me. So begin. Let's begin. Let's start enhancing our conversations. Let's start enhancing what we put before our eyes. Let's start enhancing what we put inside of our bodies. Let's begin to envelop a whole new reality and task list of what's okay for us. I am Marion, Sister Afua Boydu, and this has been the Saturday Sip and Chat. Join me again soon. As I said, I'm inviting all of you out July 15th and 17th to come and join me for the Azon Inner Heal Her Reclaim Experience happening here July 15th to the 17th. You can come and get workshops on various topics that can support you in evolving further, understanding your spirituality, being more in tune with your pain, your traumas, and your emotional body, understanding and trusting how you can begin to build connections and relationships that are more valuable, giving you more contributions back, and vice versa. There's a whole lot that happens at the retreat. It's not a retreat where you just come and relax. It is a retreat where you are going deeper inside of you to further declutter, to further open up yourself, to be more spacious and allow yourself to grow and to accept those things that you really desire for yourself. So thanks again for being here for the Saturday Sip and Chat. We'll chat again real soon. Take care.